Good afternoon, everybody. It's Ali, the wee Scot in Yorkshire. Apologies for being a bit tardy with my Flosstube. I'm off work at the moment with stress, so I probably shouldn't even be doing this, but I wanted just to keep everybody updated. So I'll crack on and we'll see how we go. I'll just have a quick slurp of tea. Right then. So starting with 5 and 5. The first one that I always do is the Blue Tits bookmark. So this is the picture of the Blue Tits bookmark. Lovely design. Blue tits are possibly one of my favourite small garden birds. I absolutely adore them. They're so cheeky. They're gorgeous. You'll see that bright blue and that flash of orangey yellow. So that's what it looks like when it's finished. And this is where I am. As you can see, all 3 blue tits have been done, and I've started to do the back stitch on the blossom flowers. I don't know if they're supposed to be apple blossom or pear or cherry blossom, but they've been back stitched. I have to do the rest of the back stitch, some long stitch, and there are quite a lot of French knots for the flowers themselves. So I just need to get cracking on with that, so I'll probably pick this up when I've got time, just trying to get the back stitch all finished at least. But I'm really pleased with how it's come out. I just think it's adorable. And then obviously once all the back stitching and French knots and everything are done, I can then make it up into the bookmark. So hopefully at the beginning of next month I'll be able to show you the finished piece. And then I'll have to find a book to put it in. That won't be too hard. I've got books everywhere. So that's number 1. Okay, so number 2 is the seasonal samplers by Little House Needleworks. Just let me get to that one there. So that is the design. It's summer that I've been working on. It's a really lovely little design. I took this one with me when I went to the Cheshire Stitchers Day Retreat at the beginning of this month, which was a really lovely day, but I may have already, I can't remember if I've spoken to you since then, possibly not. But yeah, this is how it should look. Sorry, I've got an itch. And this is how it looks now. And yes, I have a finish. So that's my second one of these of the year, because I've already done spring. So I will be able to start work on winter. I haven't got autumn yet. I'm hoping to pick that up next month when I'm at Create Nostalgia. But I'm really, really, really pleased with how that's turned out. It is just lovely. I just love it. It's so cute. And I've been doing this on 28 count antique ivory linen, with using the Call 4 threads, which are classic Colourworks, and the threads actually come with the charts. I'll just get winter out to show you. Put that back in there. I'm going to leave somewhere out because I'm going to put it into a folder. Get this out of here. So this is winter. You can see that. There we go. It's a really sweet little design. And these are the threads. It's a nice little colourway. That deep russety red, which actually looks bright red on here, but it's a much darker red, very much more russet. But yeah, it's a nice little collection of threads there. So I will be starting this next month. It's always second in my rotation. So I'm looking forward to getting it started. I feel as if I'm getting much closer to the end with this one. Not that I'm wishing it to go any faster, because I'm enjoying working on all of them, has to be said. Okay, so the next one that always comes after the seasonal samplers is my winter sampler. There's an awful lot of winter going on. And this is by Croquette Go Go. Where's my... I'll just get this up. Whoops. There it is. Come on. Oh, it's as slow as dishwater sometimes. I'll have another slurp of tea while I'm waiting for it. Oops. There we go. Let's put that back. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is a winter sampler by Croquette Go Go. Now, the last time you saw this, I was working on the fox on the left hand side. love this design. And I must admit I've not been doing a lot of stitching this past couple of weeks. When I have been stitching, I've literally been stitching in the early hours of the morning because I can't sleep. So, which probably isn't, I'm just turning night in today at the moment, which is a habit I'm trying to break. So, look, Mr. Fox is finished. And he's absolutely adorable. I just love him to bits. And you know what it's like when you put the eyes into an animal in cross stitch, they just become alive. And he certainly did, although I nearly forgot to put his nose on. Well, he's got his nose on now. But he's just lovely. Just adore him. Look at him. His brush. Gorgeous little man. So I'm really pleased I got him finished. So I don't quite know whether to keep moving up or whether to move across, do the other tree and then do the other fox, and then work down and do the rest of the animals down here, and then I can work up and round with the border to take me up to the top to do the house. I don't know, I'll see how I go, but I'm just glad I've got Mr. Fox done, because again I feel as if that's a little bit of progress that was very much needed. And it kind of, that's one of the reasons why I've been slow this week in filming, because I had to kind of work myself up to it, but also I wanted to have something to show you all. So you've had an ear finish, a finish, and a fox so far, so I think we're doing pretty good. Right, so he can go back in here, and there goes my cushion again. Let's pull this down. Honestly, it's always slipping down. Right, did I just close that? I sit down. So this one been stitched on my go-to neutral, which is 28 count Jobelan in bone, using the called for DMCs. So that's that one. Oh, come on, stretch. So the fourth design that I work on in the 5 and 5 is Spring Awakening. Spring Awakening, there it is. And this is by Stitches Through the Years. It's a beautiful little design. I'm so loving working on this. I'm a bit late in getting to it, obviously, because I wanted to try and finish other things. I will be working on it today and tomorrow, and possibly Sunday. I forget to say what day it is. It's Friday the 19th of September. That was my stomach. And it's 14:21 So not long home from my hospital appointment, and I've been chatting to lovely lady that I've become good friends with through doing my Flosstube, and I was saying I know I'm behind, but I will try and get upstairs and do my filming today. So here I am. So you remember last time I was having problems with this bit of border at the bottom. I'd had to frog it because I'd miscounted the legs, so there should have been 12 and there was only 11 stitches, so it didn't quite get to the end. So it's all sorted. All I need to do now in that is put the acorns in. And then I was talking to Di about this the other night, saying I don't know whether to sorry, I've got an itch. Whoops, where's it gone? Come back to me. There you go. So I don't know whether to work along, do the very bottom of the border, and then work my way up to the top, and then work my way down from there. Because we've got the house, we've got the flowers and the birds, and we've got an alphabet, and then when you come down a little bit further, you've got the little saying, which is just lovely. So I'm thinking that might be the way forward. But I'll finish off those acorns first. Should get them done. They don't take long to do at all. So I should get them done, and then I can look at, they're not acorns, they're snowdrops. It's Spring Alley. Yeah, snowdrops. They're snowdrops. They're not acorns. So finish off the snowdrops. Move down to the bottom border, and then work my way up to the top. And then do the top border. I don't know whether to do the whole border or whether just work it up to the top, then do the alphabet, then the bird and the flowers and the house, and then the wording, and then come down the other side with the border. I'll let you know when I get there. But yeah, I do love that. Okay, so that's Spring Awakening, so keep an eye on that, and we'll see how we go. Again, it's been worked on 28 count bone Jovelin, using the colourful DMCs, and it's a really, really lovely design to use. So my Roll the Dice project this month is Maggie the Messmaker, and she is adorable. I need to be getting on with her. She's a big lass. Now I swapped this, obviously it's a gold collection kit from Dimensions. I decided not to use the fabric that was in the kit. I swapped it out for just a cream even weave. This is where I am with it at the moment. Just let me sit forward a little bit, and you cushion stay where you are. So this is where I am with it at the moment. This bit up here is this plant which is full of confetti stitches, and I absolutely hate it. Not mincing my words there, I absolutely hate it. So the last time I worked on this was probably when I went on a holiday last year, on the cruise, and I started working on the dog. I'd already started working on it and then discovered that I'd gone wrong somewhere, so I had to do quite a bit of frogging because I'd gone wrong somewhere on this sort of plant stand. So worked it all back, stitched it all up again, then got on with the dog, and he has now been fully finished. Obviously he'll need back stitching, but he's an adorable little thing. I just love him. So what I'm going to do is keep working out this side, do a few bits of the confetti in the plant because it does need to get done. I can't leave a big blank bit in the middle. But I'll keep working on that, and then hopefully we'll move out towards this end and then start moving down so that I can get Miss Maggie in there. Got to get that Singer sewing machine done as well. But I am enjoying it and I'm looking forward to picking it up, which I will do once I've done some work on Spring Awakenings. Sorry, my mind went completely blank there. So I'll be able to show you how I've done with that next month. Now, if you remember a few weeks ago, I had a lovely bit of kindness to show you, and to my surprise I've had more kindness. I'll just get the chart out. So I received a message a few weeks ago from a lovely lady that I've become very friendly with through Flosstube. She's been watching me since I first started taking my steps in Flosstube land, and she's a lovely lady, and she sent me a message and said, I've sent you a little something, keep an eye out for it arriving. And I was like, oh, okay, what's all that about? So yesterday postie came and there was a package from 123 Stitch, and in it were all of these lovely threads. And they are the threads for this. A Honey of a Tiny Town, which I am stitching in Tiny Town Stitch Along with the Scottish Stitching Retreat girls and Stuart. Had to get that in there. When we have the Scottish retreat in November. And it was really strange because just the other night I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, right, should I, because I'm going to create Nostalgia next month, should I pick up the threads when I'm at Create Nostalgia, or should I order them from Arts and Designs because they're going to have their pop-up shop at the retreat? And I was thinking, well, should I get them before I go? What if they don't have all of them in Arts and Designs? You know the way you go on. And then, lo and behold, these arrived. So I can't honestly thank you enough for this. It was such, I mean, I literally stood there with my mouth open. And it's not often, in fact, that's the second time in a couple of days that I've been there with my mouth hanging open. The other time was nothing to do with stitching, it has to be said. But I've also put my little key fob, has got my key fob, my floss drop. It's got little hedgehogs on it, and that was the lovely Tarina that's done those. She had her shop at the Cheshire Stitches retreat, the day retreat at the beginning of the month. So as far as tiny towns go, all I need to do now is decide what fabric I'm going to use for this. So according to this, it was stitched on 32 count old stationery linen. So I don't know whether to do on linen or whether to do it on even weave. I'll be doing it on 28 count because I don't really get on with 32. I can work it, but so the approximate design size on 32 count is 11 by 1.87 inches. So I'm thinking I have the linen that I'm using for the samplers, and there's a big bit at the side that probably could do it if it's long enough. That probably could do it, and that would make good use of that linen. I do have some bone jobelin, but I'm sure I've got some other jobelin around as well. I'm going to have a think about it, but I will let you know. Obviously what I end up using for it, but that's them. And as I say, I can't thank my lovely friend, my lovely benefactress, shall we say, enough for her kindness and her generosity. It just, I've not had the best couple of weeks, this last 2 weeks, and it really, in fact, it nearly made me cry. I was so touched. So thank you. I need some tea. So the retreat, the Cheshire Stitcher retreat, the day retreat was lovely. We had the hire of the community hall in Hellsby, which is a lovely little village, and it was lovely. We had about 30 people there, I think. As I say, Tarina had her pop-up shop. There was someone was selling some project bags, and there was a table of finishes, and there was also a de-stash table as well, which was lovely. And Our table was very lively, and it was just lovely to see everybody and have a chat. So I went round, took an opportunity to go around the room and see what everybody was working on, and as you do, because you need some ideas. And it was just lovely seeing everybody. And it's, I think from what they're saying, it's going to be quite a regular occurrence from now on. So I can't wait till the next one. Really looking forward to that. The journey back, because I stayed at Dice until Sunday and then travel back on Sunday, and Northern Rail, true to form, really messed up again. I was actually managed to get to Manchester Victoria station from Chester via Manchester Piccadilly in the free bus, and I arrived, got there in plenty of time, got onto the platform, train arrived, people got off the train, we all got on the train, and we sat there, and literally a minute before we were due to leave, they made an announcement that the train had been cancelled, so we all had to get off the train. And then the next one that we could have got, it was cancelled. The one after that, it was cancelled. The one after that was cancelled. Then they started sending us all over the station. Well, if you go to this platform, you can get this train which isn't going to where you want to go to, but you can go as far as you can and then get another train type of thing. I had to get off one of those trains because it was packed to the gunnels. And I'm very claustrophobic, and I was getting pushed further and further into a very enclosed space, and I just said, no, I need to get off, and so I got off. Went to the ticket office, they couldn't give us any information, spoke to various people with Northern Railway, Northern Trains insignia on, they knew nothing. I don't know, many times I was told to go and speak to the supervisor. However, the supervisor had done a runner, shall we say. So there was a train at 7:20. Now, bearing in mind, I had left Chester at 3:05. So 7:20, I should have been home by then. And at 7:05, they cancelled it. I had already checked on Northern National Express buses, and I knew that there was one leaving Manchester at 7:30. So at that point, I just left the station, jumped in a taxi, booked my ticket while I was in the taxi, and got to the bus station about 5 minutes before the bus came in. I managed to get a seat on the bus. I literally walked in at 9:02 that night. So it was a very long journey. Nobody could tell us anything, and all they would say was, well, the next one's scheduled, but you'll just have to wait and see, which is, I'm sorry, but when you're running a service like that, that's just not good enough. So anyhow, the next time I'm through, I'm coming back on Monday, so hopefully we won't have any problems like we had then. So my next, as I say, I'm through at the end of October, going through for my birthday, and a few of us are going to create nostalgia. So I'm really, really looking forward to that and seeing the girls. And then I'm up in Scotland, back home, to go to the Scottish retreat, second weekend in November, I think. So really looking forward to that, looking forward to being back in Scotland, breathing some good Scottish air. So I'm nearly out of what I've got left in capacity on my phone, so I'm going to finish off here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the lovely messages. Thank you for all my new subscribers, and thank you for everyone else who's been subscribing for such a long time and is sticking with me. I really, really appreciate you all. I will keep you posted as to what's happening with me, and hopefully I will get some stitching done and be able to let you see what I've been up to. So watch this space, and I'll speak to you all soon. See you later. Bye.